Yeah, alright folks, this is the second video for this PCB recycle thingy, and the PCB is now ready. I tried it out with about 75 degrees Celsius, so I give you a glance. This is it, this is how it looks. The finish is, it's quite okay, it's good. I don't want to expose it too long to the light because, you know, it's there are still a few particles of dust on there. And I tell you one thing, and this is sort of what we could say is a universal truth. It won't be possible to make it completely particle free because you need some sort of a clean room to do that, or filtered air or something. But in the first part I showed you how you can at least avoid the the most crude contamination here. So now we have a question about how long we should develop this, and could say make it 3 minutes of time. Normally I expose it longer, but if memory serves me, a little shorter is in order. So let's expose it 3 minutes and see what happens. Maybe the finish is so old it shouldn't even work at all. 3 minutes. I let this run now, and this is not very exciting, so I move the camera now, and this is the bath, developing bath, which we will use afterwards to develop it, and let's see what gets out of it. I mean, as I already told you, this is a very old finish. It's just about 3 years. Well, it should not work at all, but bad thing about it is we have to wait another 2 minutes and 15 seconds for the result. Let's recapitulate. At first, you clean the PCB, then you finish it with a new coating and try not to contaminate it with dust or fat and other stuff on the surface. And as I showed you, the result, the finished PCB looks, I don't know how you can see it on the camera, but it looks quite okay. I mean, it's very nicely distributed and there is no clean spots or something. There's a few particles of dust, but you can't avoid that completely. By spraying, you fetch the particles of dust which are right in the air and then spray it onto the PCB. This is just unavoidable. What we could done is probably wait a little so the dust settles again, because by blowing it away, it is quite clear that we just hurl it up a little, and it's not gone. It's just another place. It's in the air, and yeah. 1 minute. Well, let's make a happy guess. This is a very old photo finish, almost well over 2 years older. Well, it could be problems, but let's see what comes out of it. The circuit I chose to do is my temperature, my sensor board, because I realized that I haven't got any more of those PCBs, and it's just a demonstration, but still. And I'm thinking about actually etching it so we can see the result after etching it, but this would be part 3, I guess, because I don't have an etch bath right now. And actually uploading those videos, HD videos, to YouTube is also sort of pain. 15 seconds, it's almost done. Let's check it out. 3 minutes, that's what I used. I guess this should be alright. We'll see. Yeah. What we can see now, I don't know if you can see it, I can see it quite clearly. The parts which were exposed turned yellowish. And you can see that there is, if you look closely, there's some parts that look yellowish right now. Those are the exposed parts. No, sorry, don't get me wrong, looks like those are the protected parts. Those turn yellowish. Or could this be? Well, look, we just develop it right now. Look what comes out. I don't know whether this is too heavy, so let's be careful. Ah! See what comes out here? Can you actually see it? Yeah. And this is a very old finish. It shouldn't even work, but it does. I like it. It's a good thing. We shouldn't have gone so far from the border here. In the border region, we always have a little more, but it looks great. It's perfect. I mean, this is one of the problems. I shouldn't have gone too much to the border here. This was certainly a mistake. Moved it more to the inside, I wouldn't have this problem right now. Please, you see, I'm putting my finger into the developing bath. You probably wouldn't want to do this either. Great, now we have this problem with the border, which could have easily been avoided by moving the whole thing a little more into this direction here. Yeah, this is something you don't even think about, but afterwards you realize, hey, I finished this myself, and yeah, I could have thought about that. The borders, this is where the finish rests a little more, and when developing, it gives you a stripe right there on the border. Yeah. But by rubbing it long enough, I guess we can resurrect this as well. But for the result itself, I would say it's great. It's good enough for etching. Certainly good enough. And this is a very old finish that I've used. Yeah, border problem. This is what I use the brush for. But it looks alright, it should go well. Don't go too close to the border, just move it away a half a centimeter or something, 5 millimeters away, and if you won't have the problems like these. It's denser at the border, and it will make you some sort of a stripe there. But still, yeah, this would certainly be something usable. Alright, I clean it up, I water it, and then I shall show you. Well, here we go. And the good thing about this photo finish is that we can actually very clearly see what we did. Very clearly, because it is it's very dark. If we buy PCBs, then it's not so clearly. And one things you should notice is this SMT footprint here, which is very well developed, no problems here, and this one, which is even finer, no problem there. So problem, well, you see, I moved too close to the border. Should have gone a few millimeters more inside, but this is something. But then, after all, if I had etched this now, it would give you a very, very nice result. I say this would be a very nice result. Yeah, definitely. Very usable by the looks of it, and I can judge that. It's certainly very well developed PCB. And never mind, see my fingers here? We finished this ourselves. So what you can see is, say if something would be wrong right now, you could clean it up again and repeat the procedure. As long as you don't etch the PCB, you can reuse it, and this is what I wanted to show you. If somebody wants to see it etched, I can certainly do that as well. So yeah, this is it, and thanks for watching, and see you soon.